Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. There are some new rumors circling again about Fable and Perfect Dark. New games, that is. And if you don't know about Perfect Dark, it's an old Xbox exclusive game that's previously been rumored to come for Xbox Series X. And this was published on the 6th of May 2020. And let's see here. She claims to have sources that are very rarely wrong, stating that Microsoft was planning on revealing Fable, Perfect Dark, and Halo for Xbox Series X this month. If that was the plan, plans have obviously changed since, and as we reported yesterday, Microsoft will instead reveal third-party games for its upcoming console tomorrow. So yeah, Perfect Dark has been in the rumors for a while, but this one talks about both Fable and Perfect Dark, and also talks about uh, a tweet, that came out. Uh, we start here. There has been a lot of discussions over the weekend after people on social media discovered a couple of really suspicious Twitter accounts related to Xbox games, including Perfect Dark and Fable, seemingly created and registered by Microsoft and only with MS-related followers. It does seem very strange to register these accounts now when there's a first-party event coming up next month, and one might indeed assume that these events are related. Even Xbox marketing boss Aaron Greenberg joined the discussion and tweeted, "I know everyone is hungry for news, but sorry to get your hopes up. These accounts have been inactive for years. It's standard practice to secure social handles of our IP." Judging by the replies from both insiders and regular Twitter users, people aren't too impressed with the response from Greenberg, and may still think that they are a sign that the two friends are coming back. We assume the discussions will continue until it's time for Microsoft July event for Xbox Series X, at which point fans waiting on more Fable news, we at least know that the old Lionhead franchise is making a return at some point. And maybe even the return of Joanna Dark will be put out of their misery. Judging by all the rumors lately, do you think Fable and the Perfect Dark come to Xbox Series X? And if we go to that Twitter, we see here, I'm not sure who discovered the at Fable and at Perfect Dark game placeholders, but Microsoft Xbox employee is following one and the other is registered to a Microsoft email address. And I know everyone is hungry for news, but sorry to get your hopes up. These accounts have been inactive for years. It's standard practice to secure social handles for our IP. And here it says, but it says they joined this year, as we can see here. It says joined March 2020, and this one joined June 2020, which is, yeah, kind of strange. I'm not an expert on Twitter. I don't even have a Twitter account actually, but if we see here, I can't. Too bad. Yeah, that's about it. This is. I'm not big on Fable. I never played a Perfect Dark game. I have played one Fable game, but I can't remember much of it. It was a few years ago. I don't think I even completed it. But what do you think of these rumors? Could they be true? I have to agree that they joined March and June 2020, but this one this guy says they've been inactive for years. So what can we make of this? I don't know. What do you think? Put your thoughts down in the comments. I've been Swippy92 and hope you have a great life and goodbye. While I was editing the Fable and Perfect Dark news video, I thought that I remember that I want to talk about another thing. About more specifically, Diablo 4 will feature a shared open world. And this is something that Blizzard came out with a quarterly update for June 2020. And here they talk a little about what the article says, and they link to the full post, which is on, of course, Blizzard's own site here. As we can read here that we find that game stops feeling like Diablo and the world feels less dangerous when you see other players too often or in too high numbers. I agree with that. Fine-tuning the right approach to multiplayer in Diablo 4 has been challenging. Our goal has always been to incorporate elements from shared world games without the game ever feeling like it's veering into massively multiplayer territory. To be clear, this is a philosophy rather than a tech limitation. We find that the game stops feeling like Diablo and the world feels less dangerous when you see other players too often or in too high numbers. I'll break down our experience during the playtest with some examples. And I think is a good idea. Having other players in running around in the same world as me in Diablo, I don't know about that. I would much more like a solo experience with that and invite friends and so on, like in Diablo 3 has. It says here, it's worth calling out that while some coordination is helpful during these events, you are never forced to join a party. Solo players can walk in, help complete the event, and claim a reward. We think this seamless approach to multiplayer is working well and look forward to sharing more about this approach with you. This reminds me very much about, it reminds me of Destiny 1 and 2, and in some aspect it almost sounds like a the Division slash Destiny game, or Anthem, like this live service game. I don't know about how I feel about that, but I can get on with this. I love the Destiny 2, very fine game. Even though we have other players running around shooting things, it's a very good game and it feels great. Not sure it's a Diablo type of style. It's good for Diablo. But anyway, moving on. Items and progression. One of the things that was very useful about our 2-day playtest was that we could get better feedback on progression as there was a sense of performance. Gear and skill choices you make on day 1 have an impact on day 2, though some people chose to roll alts as we had multiple classes to test. A friend of mine used to say that Diablo is the game that you keep playing inside your head, and Diablo 4 is no different. In addition to the official playtime allotted to the game during the playtest, I could feel the game lingering in my mind, thinking about the items that could possibly drop for my build, and talents I could finally unlock to get those key skill interactions. Here we can see some pictures. Eminence Anvil, rare amulet. Only rare things, but it seems that even rare things can have, or even these magic things can have something special, like +1 rank to Call of the Wild, recovers 25 angelic power. Vampire's Pants, cool. But I wonder, did Diablo 2 have this? I can't remember. I don't think so. I think it needed at least, wasn't, no, some great items could have things like that as well. Oh, here's some legendary things. Let's see. See if there's anything, nothing that rings a bell that we've seen before, but teleport forms a rift in your path that increases your critical strike chance by 39% for 5 seconds. Up to 40% maybe? Critical strikes with storm skills form an aurora of lightning around you that shocks nearby enemies for 50% of the damage dealt over 5 seconds. That sounds familiar. I think we've seen that in one of the trailers actually. Maybe. Skills and the skills that cost fury will consume all remaining fury and grant a 3.8% damage bonus for each extra point of fury consumed. That sounds pretty good. When your minor destruction spells critically strike, your next major destruction spell costs no mana and has a 100% chance to critical strike. Okay, well, there's some nice things. Yeah, this will of course be linked in the description, so are free to read this for yourself if you're interested. Now, moving on, we go to Netflix is showing a teaser for Cuphead actually. Netflix announced a Cuphead series last year, if I'm correct. This is in Swedish though. And let's see here. Coming to you in full color and signed sound, it's the Cuphead Show. Witness the wondrous Inkwell Isles as you've never seen them before in an original series inspired by classic animation styles of the 1930s. Now in production by the talent team at Netflix Animation. And if we look at the trailer here, I'm gonna turn off the sound because I wanna talk a little bit. This trailer, or teaser, I should say, is not long, but it looks nice. And the voice actor for the Cupheads, the two Cupheads, or I have not played the game, so I'm not familiar with the world of Cuphead that much, but I think it looks great actually, this, and I'm looking forward to seeing this series uh, coming to Netflix. But what do you guys think of these news? And you're looking forward to a Cuphead series? It's a little bit weird, but I like the style. It looks nice, and it very reminds me of the old Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse series from the 30s, 40s. Yeah, looking forward to that. So, what do you guys think? Put your thoughts down in the comments. I've been Swippy92. Have a great life, and hope to see you in future videos. Bye bye.